wind or water yet in downtown New Orleans. Hard to believe that in just a few hours we may be inundated. Obviously, the low-lying parishes along the coast are getting this tidal surge and getting swamped first, but it hasn't happened yet in New Orleans.
Tell us about the people inside of the Superdome and what conditions are like in there.
You know, the Superdome has refused to let the media inside the Superdome. The National Guard is directing...
This is a Category 4 hurricane. Now, yesterday, it was a Category 5 hurricane, but you know what? There's not much that much difference between a Cat 5 and a very strong Cat 4. So don't let your guard down. Right now, the pressure is at 917. I believe we got a recon of 918 millibars, so it continues to weaken some, and it's moving north.
Let's start with you, Jeff. And we understand that you've lost power in your area now?
Oh, yeah. When we woke up this morning at the hotel early, the power was still on, and we thought, hey, well, maybe it'll stay on for a while, and this won't be so bad. You no sooner form that thought, out go the lights, literally, and it blackened there quickly. The wind's getting pretty feisty here now. We've had some pretty strong gusts, and I just want to remind everybody, again, if you're waking up right now, you're just tuning in here in Louisiana, we're waking up to a Category 4 hurricane, but it is just a category, just below Category 5. You may say, okay, it's weakened, and it has, and that's great news, but this is still one heck of a hurricane, and the pressure is still lower than Andrew was when it came ashore, and we all know what Andrew did. So again, there's going to be a lot of damage and a lot of problems from this. Now, the scenes that you're seeing here are from Kenner, Louisiana. This is not too far away from New Orleans, up along the southern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. Again, you can see some of the waves from the lake pounding up against the shoreline here. That's going to go on for most of the day. That's what they're really worried about as we head on down along the southern shoreline there of Lake Pontchartrain, whether those levees will be topped and how strong the winds are going to be, and will that water get into New Orleans and cause the massive flooding that we're so concerned about. Now, here farther on to the north, we're on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, and again, we're probably more worried about a lot of trees and power lines flying around. Again, we have seen transformer blue flashes out on the horizon, and that's an indication, again, that the powers are going out in many areas, and that's going to be, it's just going to be out now for the rest of the day and maybe for a while. We'll keep you updated from here.
had to leave out of my house, man.
Direct strike of potentially catastrophic and life-threatening hurricane expected late tonight and early Monday. Rush protective measures to completion. A hurricane warning is in effect for southeast Louisiana and coastal Mississippi from Morgan City east to the Alabama-Florida border. Squalls spreading over southeast Louisiana with conditions deteriorating this evening. The following areas are affected. In southeast Louisiana, the following parishes: Assumption, St. James, St. John the Baptist, St. Charles, St. Bernard, Terrebonne, Orleans, Jefferson, Plaquemine, St. Tammany, Tangipahoa, and Livingston. Some minor fluctuations in strength is possible during the next 24 hours. However, Katrina is expected to make landfall as a Category 4 or 5 hurricane, packing sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. Hurricane Katrina is moving toward the west-northwest near 12 miles per hour, and a gradual turn toward the northwest is expected later today. Protect yourself and your family. Follow local emergency managers' recommendations and leave hurricane warning area if possible before weather conditions worsen. Mandatory evacuation orders are in effect for most of southeast Louisiana parishes and coastal Mississippi counties. Some parishes and counties have opened a shelter of last resort. Residents should follow evacuation recommendations from local officials and locations of shelter of last resort. Katrina is expected to make landfall along the northern Gulf of Mexico coast as a catastrophic and life-threatening hurricane. While exact landfall is uncertain at this time, significant and life-threatening storm surge of 18 to 22 feet above normal is expected. A few areas may experience storm surge flooding as high as 28 feet, along with large and dangerous battering waves near and to the east of where the center makes landfall. Secondary roads outside levee protection will likely become impassable this evening and tonight. High winds impacts will continue over the coastal area this evening and spread inland. Katrina has evolved into a large hurricane with hurricane-force winds, extending around 100 miles from the center. Hurricane-force winds will spread into coastal southeast Louisiana shortly before midnight. A tornado watch has been issued for much of southeast Louisiana and coastal Mississippi for this evening due to the threat of tornadoes. The threat of tornadoes will continue throughout the night across the area. Rainfall totals of 8 to 10 inches, with isolated maximum amounts of 15 inches are possible. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio, or television stations for further updates on this life-threatening situation.